So, I'm interested in knowing what energy comes to your minds when I say that there is a particular energy that sorcerers like to covet and steal the most. This particular energy is like food and currency to sorcerers because it is an energy that they can pull on, feed on, and siphon to fuel the manifestation of their own desire. So it is an energy that naturally belongs and flows through you, which sorcerers ultimately like to steal from light workers, from healers, from star seeds, or whatever spiritual divine title that you may feel called to go by. And I hope that you have dropped in the comments below what energy you think is most coveted by sorcerers while I reveal my own answer to this question in the rest of our conversation. So the energy in my mind that is most coveted by sorcerers is the energy of confidence. So let's go deeper into this conversation. Let's break down the energy of confidence. So confidence is solar plexus energy. And solar plexus energy is both life force energy and the energy of assertion. It's the energy that gives us the power to get up and take action in our life, especially when we are dealing with spiritual warfare, we are dealing with witchcraft and sorcery. And so you may be wondering what exactly is so special about confidence and solar plexus energy that makes it the most coveted energy. And so the real spiritual tea of why sorcerers covet and want to siphon this energy the most. One reason is because if a sorcerer has effectively targeted the confidence of a person, especially a very powerful person, they have taken a lot of energy and a lot of power from that person. Because imagine actually being one of the greatest alchemists, healers, shamans, psychics, or gurus, but you don't actually have the confidence that you are that. Imagine having the destiny of a giant, but you don't have the confidence, and so you think of yourself as little. Imagine having ancient spiritual gifts and wisdom running through your blood, but you don't actually have the courage, faith, or confidence to claim them and to walk in them. And so the reason why this energy is most targeted by sorcerers is because the person who can be convinced that they are less than they truly are will be more likely to relinquish their destiny, because I've already talked in videos before about how our destinies cannot actually fully be stolen from us. We can only relinquish them by not walking in them, right? And so if we are convinced that we are less than what we are, if we don't have courage or confidence in our spiritual gifts and our spiritual missions, then we are less likely to step into our spiritual power and actually defend our spiritual gifts and our spiritual path. So sorcerers will attack your confidence so that you will never believe that you are who you truly are. So that you will never believe that you have the power that you truly have. And please understand that sorcerers not only target the confidence you have in yourself, but the confidence you have in the divine, the confidence you have in your ancestors, the confidence you have in spirit guides, the confidence you have in spirituality as a whole. So let's talk about the journey of reclaiming your confidence and solar plexus energy from sorcerers and forces of wickedness. Number one, we must learn to see through the illusion of who the world wants us to be or has told us that we are, and actually go on the spiritual journey of self-discovery to understand who we truly are in the spirit. We must learn to see beyond the veil and read in between the lines. We have to learn to see with our third eye and with our spiritual senses to understand who we are and also be able to differentiate truth from lies, illusions from reality. Number two, to find out who you truly are, we have to study ourselves. We have to learn as much as we possibly can about ourselves. And so this is the actual nature of shadow work, looking into the mysteries of the unknown, looking into the parts of ourselves that we don't yet know fully. And so some of this may involve actually looking, at our traumas, looking at our karmas. What did our past lives look like? What is our soul mission in this life? What spiritual forces actually walk with us? And if you need help answering any of these questions, these are the types of things that we can find out in a one-on-one session. And these types of spiritual consultations are important because please know that I had no idea that I had a spiritual calling, that I had spiritual gifts, and that I had spirits walking with me until I started actually getting divination, until I actually started getting readings. So these are actually spiritual truths that we have to discover. And the more that we discover, the more we're able to walk in our true divine energies. And the more we walk in our true energy, the more we activate our magic. And the more we activate our magic, the more we get the tea about how to beat whatever is coming up against us spiritually. Because even though we could be dealing with a similar type of magic, let's say two people are dealing with destiny swapping magic, the process of getting back each person's destiny may take them on two totally separate paths. And so we must learn the specific remedy for our specific situation. And so for number 3, if you're in a place where you're like, I'm not ready to get a reading right now, or I cannot afford readings at the moment, get to know yourself by doing things that light your soul on fire, right? So what is it that you truly love to do? What are you naturally skilled at? What types of skills and talents run in your family? These are the types of things that gives us insights into our spiritual and ancestral gifts. And then of course on a basic level, meditation. And then also we can ask for things to be revealed to us directly from our spirit guides. We can ask to receive messages and dreams. We can ask to receive, synchronicities and signs and etc. by communing with the spiritual forces that walk with us. As I already mentioned, if you need a one-on-one session, I am available for that. There will be a link for the Etsy and for readings in the pinned comments below. And then, of course, we're always doing wonderful things on the Patreon. If you enjoy the conversations we have on the YouTube, I'm always going 10 times deeper. It's more complex, it's more advanced topics discussed on the Patreon. Peace and bliss to each and every person who wishes peace and bliss upon me. Ashe.